We don't often like those who complain a lot. But be honest with yourself. How much do you also complain? And what do you tend to constantly complain about? Perhaps not out loud. Maybe silently in your head. But what are those things that seem to bother you to no end? Sometimes even decades. Now, have you ever wondered why these complaints actually exist? Have you ever considered why you might be keeping these complaints around on purpose? Join us as we explore a deeper understanding of constant complaints and how they can help uncover major limiting beliefs that have been seriously holding us back. That's today on Unpacking Constant Complaints from the second stage of LifeDeck. Beliefs. From pet peeves to more major life concerns, we all tend to complain constantly about the same things, the same people, the same situations, the same irritations, on repeat. We're not often even aware of this compulsive complaining. Dale Carnegie, self-help author and speaker, once said, "Any fool can criticize, complain, and condemn, and most fools do, but it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving." However, we seem to be so often offended, upset, or disappointed in certain areas of our lives that it can feel very necessary and natural to complain. And for good reason. From an evolutionary perspective, complaining behavior provides what seems like a necessary release of energy. And socially, sharing our complaints with a group actually strengthens bonds and aligns the group's beliefs. The behavior is especially important for the group when it concerns things that are new or may pose a threat. The problem today is that most complaints are petty, trivial, or misdirected. However, we waste valuable energy repeatedly focusing on them. Because of our negativity bias and innate survival behaviors of constantly scanning for threat, means we can stay stuck in this pattern of hypercritical, negative external analysis. As Dennis Prager, author and speaker, explains, complaining not only ruins everybody else's day, it ruins the complainer's day too. The more we complain, the more unhappy we get. That's why becoming aware of and analyzing our constant complaints is one of the best ways to identify active limiting beliefs in our lives right now, including complaints about ourselves, those around us, and our experience of the world. In one well-established personal development system, these constant complaints are referred to as rackets, as in a dishonest scheme. That's because there is often a purpose or even a benefit to keeping these complaints around. It's rarely what we're complaining about that is actually the problem. That's why it's worth having a closer look. As Ajahn Brahm, British-Australian Buddhist, says, complaining is finding faults. Wisdom is finding solutions. Oftentimes when we're complaining, we're seeking external validation for our internal state. As the founder of analytical psychology, Carl Jung, said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. For example, finding things externally that annoy us makes us feel justified for feeling irritated internally. This psychological phenomenon is known as projection. This is the idea that the complaints we have about other people are actually reflections of things we don't like about ourselves. In the Dalai Lama's collaborative book, The Art of Happiness, he says, when you think everything is someone else's fault, you will suffer a lot. When you realize that everything springs only from yourself, you will learn both peace and joy. This might seem highly counterintuitive at first, but there is deep value in considering the question, why does this person actually bother me? Is this something that I also do? What beliefs do I have that cause me to feel this way about this person? Are these beliefs limiting me and my view of the world? And finally, what belief could I begin to implement that would help alleviate this complaint of myself and the other person? Obviously, this work relies on complete honesty and transparency with oneself. If at any point we're hiding the truth or allowing a false, defensive self-narrative to exist, the less we can expect to experience personal growth. We must be courageous enough to open up and be vulnerable with ourselves in order to see clearly, in order to eventually uncover and recondition our deepest limiting beliefs. Otherwise, we're living in a negative state, putting out a negative, defensive energy, and being a victim, which is the least empowering place to live from. As Eckhart Tolle, spiritual teacher and author of The Power of Now, says, "When you complain, you make yourself a victim. Leave the situation, change the situation, or accept it. All else is madness." By first becoming aware of our constant complaints, pausing, and embracing them with complete responsibility, we can take back the personal power, see the options, find the solutions, and ultimately decide our realities. Spiritual teacher Deepak Chopra says, "If you do that enough, you will realize that your range of options in any situation, in any adversity, is actually infinite. Slowly, this will start to influence your life so that you're not a victim, but a creator." Let's now end with a single deep breath in through the nose, holding at the top, and releasing, feeling our complaints about the world around us melt away. As always, thanks for supporting us. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to help spread the love. And let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Plus, check out this next video to continue your journey of personal growth. And until next time, keep building your potential.